Hey, welcome to another interview for It's Gonna Be What It's Gonna Be, Sports Media. I am the B, and today got one of my big bros, man, head coach, first sergeant. Hey, he got a lot of names, he go by, what I'm saying? Your head coach at uh Watson Chapel, what is y'all, Wildcats? Watson Chapel
Yeah,
Wildcats.
Wildcat.
Yeah, head coach Stephen Hurd. What's up, man?
Pre- Appreciate you, my guy. Thank you for having me, man.
Oh, no problem, man. I appreciate you for coming on. Um,
Hey, all love.
hey, so this your first head coaching job?
First head coaching job.
So, hey, what was that feeling like when you got the call and say, we want you to be the head coach at Watson Chapel?
Man, it was kind of surreal, you know. I applied for a few head coaching jobs before.
Mm,
Um, I've always I've always been a finalist wherever I win the head coach job, but it was always, something that, stopped. Maybe they was like, I didn't have head coaching experience, or, somebody knew somebody, some politics got into play, and, they got picked over me. But, I didn't question. I just kept my head down, kept grinding, and I just knew, it was for me. God had for me, and
right,
it wasn't my time yet. Yeah.
right. For all the people in Pine Bluff, especially Watson Chapel, hey, you got a great leader. Hey, this is a great job. Hey, this is a great person. More than a head coach, a great person. And he gonna lead the kids to, hopefully to the promised land. Hey, he gonna do a great job.
That's the
Oh yeah,
goal.
because when we was in the military together, there was a lot of people that I didn't listen to, like I wouldn't listen to, and if they asked me to do something, I was gonna ask questions. Heard he one of the ones. Hey, his leadership, I ain't have to ask no question. If he say do it, hey, it's for a good, for a good and a great cause and a great reason. And you got one. Hey, y'all got one. I got a good coach and a great person. So, like, my first question is, what are some of your goals to strive to accomplish for the upcoming season?
Well, first, one of my very first goal to come for the upcoming season is just getting the kids out. Participation. I want the participation at an all time high. I'm looking for. I want at least the bare minimum. I want 65 players, and and 5A. You know that's a lot of numbers.
Right,
I want bare minimum 60 varsity players, and I'm well on that way right now. I've been up and down the hallways, man, recruiting some kids that I always say, if you listen to me, I got you. So
right.
I've been creating a lot. I mean, I've been creating a lot of bonds. Just creating relationships, and I've been creating relationships with parents though. But my very first goal was to get the kids out and
Right.
just participate in sports.
So, how many you got on? Like, how many you got right so far?
Right now, total, I got like 45 right now.
You trying to
But
get about
promise,
65?
yeah, promise. I got more on the way. Like Dion said, I got some Louis. Hey, I'm bringing my Louis. I got it's something in the works. I works.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So you say you in 5A. So what teams in y'all with Parkview? Y'all not with Parkview, are you?
Well, we 5A. We with Parkview, but we're in
Y'all
another
talking about for the
conference.
conference?
So
Yeah.
in conference we got Pine Bluff High, Whitehall, Maumelle, Joe T. Robinson, and the two new additional teams that came in this year, coming in this year, is Searcy and Jacksonville. You know, so
That's,
yeah, that but
yeah.
it's some pretty good competition coming up. But
Yeah, I see.
I'm telling you, from playing Watson Chapel last year, and I've always kept my ear to the ground with Watson Chapel. Watson Chapel has always had athletes.
Right.
So I think if I can when I get those athletes on the field and buying in, oh yeah, we gonna make some noise. People gonna be pretty surprised when the season start.
Hey, one person ain't gonna be surprised is me. Hey, I know what you're capable of doing. I know you can turn anything around.
Got it.
Uh, So my second question is, from your experience, like what makes a great football coach and a player?
Oh well, what makes a great football coach
Hmm.
is you got to sell yourself. You got to have people believe in you. You're not going to be the leader of, and not just a football coach. You're not going to be a leader in anything unless you know people. The people that you're leading believes in you. So that's the number one thing. Number two things is you got to know your content. You have to know what you're talking about. If you don't know what you're talking about and you can't explain it fully and break it down to a level where 14, 15, 16-year-old can understand, you're not doing yourself any justice. You can't talk over the heads of kids, and you can't treat kids like like you're using them. Because one thing about a kid, they can feel when somebody's not for them.
Right.
My goal is to a personal relationship with each and every one of them. Like I really put my arms around each kid that I have, and I treat each kid that I come across, especially my football players, I treat them like my son. My son played with me, played under me his whole career, his whole high school career played up under me. And if you came to our practices, you couldn't tell who was my son and who wasn't, because I
Right.
treated all of them the same. I treat all my sons, and realistically speaking, at that in that point in time when they under my care, they are my sons.
Right.
That's how I feel about it. And
I
what
can
makes a
vouch
good
for that.
player? Make a good player, you have to be coachable. You have to be coachable. You have to be coachable, and you have to, you got to want to do right. You got to act like, kids make mistakes. They all will make mistakes. But, being accountable, stepping up saying, okay, my bad, coach, it was on me. They go a long way with being a good player, hey, even being a great player. And the last thing about being a good player and a great player, you got to put in the work, dog. Ain't no shortcuts to success. Ain't no
Yep.
shortcut to greatness. You got to put in the work. If you can't, if you're only coming to practice and do what the coach asks you to do, and that's it, you're not gonna be a great player. You're gonna
Right.
be a decent player. But you meet somebody that's the same equivalent talent as you, that 9 times out of 10 they're gonna come out on top
Right.
because they're doing extra.
Yep. So
I
I'll be
think
trying to get the
the
kids
last
down here.
thing is just
You say
sacrifice.
sacrifice?
Just the last thing is just sacrifice.
Yeah.
Sacrifice.
Yep. That's why I be trying to get the kids to understand down here, man. Got to put in that work. Got to.
Got to, got to.
Yeah. So, for my
Okay,
third question, uh, how will you
that's
prepare? For my third question, how will you prepare your team for next year? Like from the season before to now, how are you preparing them?
okay. And I've already started. I haven't officially signed my contract yet because the school isn't school, the other coach's contract hasn't ran out. School hasn't ended. However, I've been going over to the school every day, letting them know that right now I'm coming over here for free and I'm putting in this work. That's the first thing, is to change their mindsets. The last 3 years has been a good 2 years for them. You know, football, sports hasn't been enjoyable. It really hasn't been enjoyable. So my job first to come in is to wash all of that negative energy away. You know, take all that negative mindset, that loser mindset, take all of that and just instill in them a new confidence, instill in them a new reality. As in, today's a different day. Like I came in and I told them, the day I got hired is the death of the old Wildcats. That's the day I got hired, the death of the old Wildcats. And now, my theme is resurgence. We're going. It's the resurgence. This is the birth of the new Wildcat. And I just that's my first thing is to wash all that negative energy away. And
Right,
to do that, I'm taking stuff. We cleaning up the field house, repainting everything, throwing away old stuff. Restoring. Turning things around with new helmets and new uniforms. Just washing that old stuff away and just coming in with something new, something fresh. And I think that's the first step. That's the very first step of turning it around. And the second thing is you gotta be upfront with the kids. You can't come in the door. I won't come in the door saying, okay, we're gonna win a state championship this year. That's not realistic.
right,
That's not realistic.
right,
But I promised them one thing. I promised them that um, we would have a better season than last year. We had a better season than 2 years ago.
Right.
I promised them that, and we will deliver. It's not on me. It's not on the coach. It's on them. How hard they work. We want to see how hard you work, how bad you want to win, how bad you want to put a good product on the field. So
Right.
when you do that, I'm gonna put you in the best position possible. And once I put you in the best position possible, it's on you now. But that's the first thing I do to program around. We installed a new offense, installed a new defense. They excited about that. I actually did that today. Installed a new offense, new defense. They running around, and I just let them have fun, man. I let them have fun. They haven't had fun in a long time. The first thing is just let them have fun.
So, you already got your coaches too, assistant coaches and everything in line.
Whether of course, I got my list of what I want.
Oh, okay.
Since the school districts hasn't came in, I mean, it hasn't ended yet. The school year hasn't ended yet, so they haven't came from their previous jobs. But soon as school district end, they come.
Right.
I got them. I got them already lined out. I got like 5 new coaches trying to. I got coming in. They're all some good quality coaches that I've coached with over my career, and they always told me I ever got a head coach job that they was coming. And right now they holding true on their word, and they wanna ride it out with me.
Yeah. So where have you been coaching like since you started? Like where are the schools you in the coach?
All right, I began my student teaching, my student coaching when I was getting out of college. It was
Mm-hmm.
at Watson Chapel High School.
Oh, really?
So
So you
it's
coming
come
back to home? You coming home?
full circle, man.
Yeah.
Well, when I graduated, after I did student teaching, I graduated college from University of Arkansas Pine Bluff. I went home. I went home, and I spent 6 years. I spent 6 years in West Helton. 6 years in West Helton. So when I went there, first year I was just a regular assistant. The second year I became defensive coordinator. We went from, I think, don't quote me on this, but we went from 3-7, 3-7, to 7-4. Went to the playoffs. Um, no, that's 7-4. Yeah, 7-4 went to the playoffs. 7-3 went to the playoffs. And my last year, well, my year before I left, we went 8-2, 9-2, 9-2, and went to the semifinals.
Yeah. So I gotta ask you this, man. Like, cause man, what was it like coaching and seeing Courtney Crutchfield every day at practice and playing? Cause I seen them play basketball and man, I just shook my head when they played Monticello when he was in junior high. I just shook my
Yeah.
head like, who is this kid, man? Like,
Oh my God.
I
Hey,
never
that's
seen nothing
superstar.
like it. Like, I'm talking about just in basketball. I never seen nothing like it, man. I'm like, who is this kid?
Man, that's a superstar. I'm surprised he ain't over my house right now.
Yeah.
Him and my son, they real close. He over
Hmm.
here all the time. My son over his house all the time. But that's a superstar, man. When I tell you that kid has more God given ability than anybody I've ever seen in my life. Those catches, the Odell Beckham catches, like
Hmm.
he do those every game, every practice. He could be going out of bounds on the left side, get overthrown and snatched with his right hand backwards. I'm talking about that kid. That kid is special, man. And when he get to college, when he get to college and they put their work in him and he learn what college is all about, that's gonna be a name you hear across the country. That's
Yeah,
that's Courtney
man.
Crutchfield.
Man, when he played at Roby, I seen him play this basketball. I'm not even talking about football. I just never seen nothing like that at a young age. Like I never seen nothing like that. Never
he's
in my
definitely
life.
he's definitely he's definitely advanced, man.
Yeah,
He's
man.
hey, he got the size, he got the speed, he got a dog mentality.
Yeah,
Like I had to take him off defense because he'll hurt himself trying to tackle. I had to just literally just take him off defense. And I'm
I,
talking about, man, he's
even in
long
junior
to
high, I
catch.
seen the leadership in him. I seen the leadership. I'm like,
Yeah,
he's just in the eighth grade. Like,
yeah. Hey,
but yeah, shout
his
out to
best at
huh?
yeah, shout out to Courtney.
Yeah,
Hey,
shout out to Courtney too.
his
What is
best attribute, man, is IQ.
Oh yeah.
He's two plays ahead of
Right,
everybody else.
right.
His
Yeah.
IQ, and that's not something that we taught. You can't like teach IQ. It's just got to come to you. It's natural. It's instinctive. He got instincts because like I remember we played. It may have been my mail. They ran a tunnel screen, and I think they ran it like twice
Oh yeah.
before.
He
And,
remembered it.
and before they could even get the ball off good, I'm talking about he jumped the snap and instead of the screen and took it to the house. I mean, I've never seen nobody a safety. He playing safety. I've never seen a safety intercept the screen.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
hey, like I said, he is him as they call him. He's him.
Yeah. He is. Hey.
I
Hey, shout out
Arkansas
to
lost.
Courtney, man. Hey, I wish you nothing but the best at your going to the next level for real.
Zoo. Hey, got Mizzou.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, so my next question. What is your advice to aspiring coaches and what you think know before becoming a coach, like trying to become a coach?
All right. My best advice to young coaches is, hey man, hey, whatever you coach, whether it's offense, defense, whatever kind of coach you is, hey, put in that work. You got to grind because there's always something to learn in coaches. Man, I spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars every year on myself going to different coaching clinics. I go to Texas, go coaching clinics. I go to
I remember you went to
Nashville. I go to
Alabama. Then you go to Nick Saban. I
yeah,
remember that.
yeah. I go to
Yeah.
Alabama clinic every single. I go to LSU clinics. I go to Georgia clinics. It's just it's something that you gotta you gotta take. You gotta I want to say invest. You got to invest in your own career. Like it's not gonna come to you. The coaching is not going because there's always something to learn in coaching. You can take a little bit from here, a little bit from there, fuse it together, and get you a good knowledge. And you're always learning. That's my advice to young coaches. Always learn. Listen to the old coaches. Listen to the coaches that've been there, and just keep on grinding, keep on grinding, keep on grinding. And then one day you'll look up, and it's all up here. It just comes naturally. You don't have to think
Right.
about it. And the thing and what you don't really have to learn, you really have to learn how to communicate with players. You got to know your players. um some players, they respond to kicking the butt. Like they won't respond till you get on them. You got to kick them in the butt, so to speak, not literally but so to speak, kick them
Yeah.
in the butt.
Right.
Other players, you can't kick them in the butt because they'll fold. You got to love them up, pat them on the back, always give them a praise, always doing this, and you got to differentiate who is who. Because if you say you got a quarterback and he only responds to having a pat on the back, saying you got this, encouragement, he only responds to that, and you kick him in the butt, you just lost your quarterback.
Right.
He's not going to for the rest of the game because you just lost your quarterback.
Yeah.
So that's my advice. That's what you got to learn.
Right.
You gotta get in there. Got to get in there and grind. And if for anybody coaching, you gotta love it. For people that's trying to aspire to be a coach, you really got to ask yourself, do I love coaching? If you love it and you got a passion for it, do it. But if you don't, please don't, because I can tell you, this is my day during the football season. I get up at 5 a.m. So I get up at 5 a.m. I'm leaving the house. I'm going to work. I don't get back. I don't get home. Most times I don't get home to maybe 7:30, 8 o'clock that night.
Right.
So what? As soon as I get home, I'm opening my laptop up. I'm on huddle, breaking down film, trying to find the slightest little advantage. When I look up, it's 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Now I'm gonna go to sleep, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., go to sleep, wake back up at 5 o'clock again, and you're gonna do that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And that's every day. On Sundays, we come in after church, around that church time, on at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, come in. You might not leave at 7. You leave at about 7 o'clock. You go home, and you finna start over that Monday all over again. All day Saturday, you break it down film.
Right.
All day Saturday, you break it down film because you got 3 films to break down. So you got 3 films to break down on Saturday, trying to get your play cards together for the upcoming following week. You got to get your practice scripts together, trying to see what you're gonna do, what advantage you're gonna do. Talk to the coaches, have meetings with your coaches. And you're gonna be doing it all the whole football season. So you gotta
But
love it to do that.
it's basically 24/7.
It's 24/7, man.
Ooh,
Also, also, if you're married, your family will sacrifice.
yeah,
They will have to sacrifice because you're not gonna be at home. You're not gonna be here to do, the day-to-day stuff. You're not gonna do all like this. Like I tell you, man, I thank God for my wife because she literally does everything at the house. Everything with all the kids, going to gymnastics, picking them up, dropping them off, picking up from school, taking them here, taking them there. And when I'm absent, like I'm real deal an absent father. August, September, October, November, December, I'm an absent father, man. I come
yeah,
home sometime, my baby girl, they sleep,
yeah.
and I leave before they wake up.
Man,
I can
shout
go a
out,
week, man.
shout out
I,
to,
I
shout out to Miss Heard. Shout out to Miss Heard. Man, we gotta, hey, give us some praise. Shout out.
yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. I gotta do a better job, when I do get downtime, just
right.
get in and taking
Just a
a
little
break.
balance out, just to balance out a little
Yeah,
bit, huh? Yeah, yeah, I got you.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But hey, I tell anybody, it takes a special woman to be a coach's wife, especially
Oh,
a
yeah.
good coach. A dead
Right, right.
now she good coach. It takes a special woman because while I'm off, all down in Texas, all in Alabama, in Georgia,
He said a good
she at the
coach.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Now it don't take a special woman to be a bad coach. They don't. It takes a
Hey,
special. Shout out to
yeah.
shout out to all the coaches, good coaches' wives that hold down the fort while their husbands doing their thing. And then on Friday, you got to turn around. You got to be supportive in the stands. All the kids gonna know you. So you like a coaches, like not
Right.
only your kids, now she
Everybody.
the other kids too.
Uh,
Everybody want
then the
to because
parents, you gotta communicate with the parents, and man,
yeah,
that is a sacrifice. It is,
this
man.
this ain't
Yeah.
for the weak,
Nah.
not for the weak.
And for my final question, hey, what
Yeah.
would be a successful year for you next year? What would be like successful for you?
Uh, a successful year for me, just get better. I don't measure success with the outcome. You know, I don't measure so many people measure success by the outcome. And if something happens and you don't reach that outcome, you think of yourself as a failure. Like, okay, this season was a failure. I didn't reach my goal, so I'm not successful. And you take your eye off of what you did accomplish. Like, man, I really real deal brought these players together and we put a good product on the field. I really did get X amount of player scholarships to colleges. I really took this guy off the street and put him in something productive. I really did, I saved somebody's life, so to speak, because they could be out there doing something. As you know, the kids in society these days in Pine Bluff, they could have been doing something way far worse. But they trusted me enough to come in and do this. That's why I measure success. I measure success in that element of the process. What did I really deal accomplish?
Right.
But that's that's the man side of me. That's
Yeah.
that's the man. But the
Right.
coach's side of me saying we gonna win some games.
Yeah.
So like I said, they haven't won a cup. They haven't won a game in a couple of years. In 2 years, matter of fact. Well, I think they won one game in 2 years. So
Mhm.
uh, so one game in 2 years. So if I can get 3 or 4 wins, oh man, that's a successful season to me.
You
That's
trying
a
to you
and
trying to pull a Dion, ain't you? You trying to get you a
I,
Dion season.
I, hey man, look, everything like man, Brandon, I'm telling you this right now, man. Everything has been falling into place for me so easy. Usually I have to work to to get ahead or accomplish some stuff. But so far, man, this thing has been falling into place, and I can only say, man, this the Lord at work, because it's been too easy. It's
Yeah.
been too easy. When I got the job, um, once I got the job, when I applied for the job, I was the front runner and didn't even know it. Like, I was the front runner for the job and didn't even know it.
Right.
Then, with, with the Learns Act and kids transferring and stuff, all the kids that left due to the what's name, I've gotten back, I'm getting back,
Mm-hmm.
because over the years I know somebody that know them. I know their parents. I know somebody that know them. Hey, shout out to Markeith Neal, man. Hey, that man has been a
He
rock
had.
star.
Hey, her. If you might not have seen it, but me and him had a debate on live Sunday. Boy, we
Uh,
went at it. We went at it.
I didn't. I,
Yeah,
I didn't see it.
we was debating the Kendrick Lamar and Drake. Boy,
Oh, oh,
I couldn't even talk. He was out talking to me.
oh yeah. That's, hey, Neil,
Yeah,
once he get going, it's,
when it come to him and Tino, man, they so passionate. I can't even talk.
you got to sit back and let
Yeah,
it happen.
right. Yeah.
So,
But shout out to Sticks.
like I said,
I done seen him.
out of
Like, he
stick.
posting every day. Sergeant Hurd. Like, I mean, not Sergeant, but Coach Hurd every day.
When I tell you, Sticks told me this 4 years ago. 4 years, he said, I'm gonna be the next coach of Watson Chapel High School.
Yeah.
And man, dude, he done spoken in existence, man. Even when I didn't believe myself, he was like,
Right.
"No, Hurd, no, you got this, you got it." But I just thank him for, he trusted me to be a leader, be his leader, and he just seen something in me that hell, sometimes I might not have seen myself. I'm
Man,
just I'm just
hey,
I'm just
we
trying to
all
do the right
see it.
thing.
We all see it. And
Yeah.
when you became first sergeant, wow, man, I was like, I could have stayed in if they would have sent it.
Hey man,
I could have
hey,
stayed
but
in.
look at, hey, look, I got a testimony. Like, man, you got to look at my journey, man. As far as military wise, dude, I got E5 like at 20, at 2 years. I was in and got E5. Man, I didn't get E6 to 8 years later.
Right. Yeah.
Somebody just hold it down. I waited another 8 years before I got an E7. But 2 years after I got E7, I got first sergeant.
Oh yeah.
So it's been, like I said, things have happened that made me work in my life, and if they didn't work out, I never question it. I just said it ain't in God's time.
Right.
Everything God's time, man. And I feel like this job is for me, and I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna do some. Well, not me, but me, the coaching staff, and the community. Man, that community has, man, opened their arms to me, man. I'm to my reached out. I'm getting phone calls every day. They done reached out to me. I had a parent meeting the other night. I mean, last night actually. I had a parent meeting last night, and they packed it out.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
talking about asking questions. I gave them what I could give them. I gave them, like, I think I gave them hope.
Yeah.
They gave me a chance to hope, and they've been rock stars to me, man. And I just, me and this community, we're gonna put Watson Chapel back on the map. We're gonna do it. Like, when I did my offense and defense today, and I look back and I looked at who I had, I was like, man, these guys are huge,
Right.
man. And I tell you this, Brandon, we can go on to something else. Hey, and it makes me feel great that I feel, or people talking about me, I feel my reputation is preceding itself, because I had this kid. I want to say, I'm gonna say it anyway. His name is Roscoe. I had this kid. I think it's a nickname, but I had this kid. He hit me up on Facebook Messenger, and he said, "Coach, here, my name is Roscoe, etc., etc., and I really want to play football." And he said, "There's a long message too." He said, "Right now, I go to alternative school, and I really want to turn my life around, and I want to do some, I want to do something good, so I want to play football." And I looked at him. I was like, okay. I said, "Man, good deal. I'll holler at you tomorrow," which it's today. I'll holler at you today. And
Mm-hmm.
okay. So I had forgot all about it. Well, I was when practice started, I was in the field house. I had my back turned to the door, and I heard some commotion going on. So the players was like, "Roscoe, Roscoe." and he came to the door, and I was like, Roscoe. I said, that's the dude name that hit me up.
Right.
I had looked at his. I was like, okay, you're kind of a little dude, man. You know, I'll find a place for him. I just want to help him. Man, I turned around, man. Roscoe like 6'4", 275 pounds. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy. I was like, Roscoe, man, dude. And hey, it's just that right there makes me feel good and make me feel the sacrifice is worth it when kids actually that I don't know, because you know I'm not from Pine Bluff. I
Right.
don't
Right. Right.
know the a parent or somebody put in their ear to call me. I mean, to reach out to me and tell me that you're going to join something that I'm trying to build. So,
Right.
man, you know, you know, I'm just blessed, man. I'm blessed.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Shout out to Roscoe
you
too,
know,
man. Hey, that's
hey,
crazy. Kid telling, what I'm saying, somebody he want to turn his life around, man.
yeah,
Hey, I
he
like that.
had in some fights. He
Yeah,
kept
yeah.
getting in fights. It sent him to attorney, and I
Right.
guess hey, open his eyes to a few things, or
Right.
he got some mentors and they opened his eyes to a couple of things. But like I'm telling you, I ain't gonna say his last name or anything.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
hey, because I'm telling you right now, Roscoe gonna be on the field. This West Nine. He's gonna be my nose guard. I'm telling you right
Yeah,
now. He's
yeah.
gonna be hey
I
and
will
look,
be I will be coming to some Watson Chapel games, and I will be
hey
rooting
man,
for
come
I'll be rooting for Watson Chapel until y'all go against my mayor. Then I gotta go.
oh yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
look, actually, man, hey, Coach Mop called me 2 days ago, and he asked me to be do I mind being the fearless Friday game of the week with them. So
matter of
I
fact,
ain't give
that's
him.
the game I'm gonna be at. Hey, don't be mad because I got the red on though. But nah, I'm coming to that
It's okay.
game. Huh?
Hey, it's in my mail. It's gonna be in my
Ooh.
mail. So yeah, it's gonna be in my mail.
Oh yeah.
Coach Mark came.
Yeah.
He said he asked me to be Mark cool, man. He really is cool. He a cool
Oh
dude.
yeah.
And do I mind or whatever? He said, all right, that's cool. I told him I was gonna get back with him. And I got to get back with him tomorrow. So
Yeah.
because I got to administer, I got to go and see does it work. Does everything work?
Right,
So
right,
we
right.
we gonna go up there. Might potentially be the Fearless Friday game of the week. It's gonna be on TV.
Oh
You
yeah.
know,
I'm coming.
get
I
out.
want to see. I don't want to see it on TV. I gotta be there. I gotta be on the
Hey,
field, really, because I gotta.
hey man,
My son.
the kids.
My
Yeah,
son Jonathan Frost. Hey, that's my guy, man. Yeah,
that's.
I gotta be there.
Hey, look, we gonna go up there, and hey, we gonna give him my meal. We gonna give him a fight. Hey,
Oh yeah,
it's
I
gonna be a
already
fight.
know. I
You know,
already know.
we
I
just
already know how you cover it. Yeah,
oh man,
yeah.
hey,
I already
I
know.
love. When I tell you I love coaching, that is
Yeah,
my passion. I love coaching.
yeah. Hey, so before we get off, man, I gotta. We always debate about certain stuff. When we was in the
Okay,
military. Uh,
okay.
what's your top five point guards that ever played in the NBA?
Woo! All
Top
right,
five.
point guard, top
Yeah,
five
and I
point
want them
guard
in
ever playing.
order. I want them in order.
Okay, I'm going from 5 to 1. I'm going five
Okay.
to one.
Yeah.
Hey, no, I'm going 1 to 5.
Okay.
I'm
Go
going
ahead.
1 to 5.
Go ahead.
So my number one point guard ever playing in the NBA is Magic Johnson. That's my
I can
number one
accept
point
it.
guard
I can accept it.
that ever
Yep.
played. Okay, that is my point. That's number one. Number two, hey, I don't care what nobody say. Steph Curry is different. Hey man, look, Steph Curry. Hey, people say he ain't a point guard, he ain't a shooting guard, he ain't a point guard, but they list him as a point guard. So if they
Right.
list him as a point guard, I'm gonna call him a point guard because he
Right.
has literally changed the game. He has changed the game as we know it. Me and you, we came in an era where you play inside out.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
you
Yup.
you inside out. Man, this dude said, forget that, man. I'm stepping across half court pulling it.
Right. Hey, he
So
shoot.
he now everybody shooting 30 shots. They
Change
getting
the
30,
game.
30, 40,
Change the
33. So he
game.
changed the game.
Yeah.
All right. But I'm only doing modern era now. I ain't going all the way back to
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
back,
We
way
ain't we
back.
ain't
I'm on
talking about Oscar Robertson. I'm talking about
yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. We just talking about what we
All
see.
right. My third most famous. I mean, my best point guard. It get kind of sticky up and when you get to third.
Yeah.
So I want to say I have to put Allen Iverson up there. I got to put AI.
So you're not putting him at shooting guard. He point. Got him at point.
Yep. Allen Iverson is a point.
Okay.
Look, if you work the offense
You
and you
point.
got the ball in your hand,
Right.
you're a point guard.
Yeah, you're right.
You're a point guard.
Yeah.
So I got to put AI. Fourth, it got Kevin Murphy here. Fourth, and just cause I hate to say it. Well, I don't hate to say it, but people gonna disagree with me. John Stockton was a monster, man. John Stockton was a monster. Hey,
Yeah.
you knew what he
Hey,
was
but
gonna
you
do.
gotta put him in the five. You gotta put him in the five because he got the records and the assists and steals. Well, I mean, you gotta have him in the five.
You know, people, especially people don't like putting John Stockton up there,
Man, you
but
got
you knew
to.
he was gonna. You knew they was gonna run a pick and roll, and you
Right.
still couldn't stop
it. And you couldn't stop
it.
it. He in my five.
And number five, and he my favorite player, so I ain't want to be biased. He one of my favorite players. I ain't want to be biased and put him up there. I gotta put J Kidd up there, man. Gotta put J Kidd up there.
Hey, we almost got the same top five. My first
uh-huh.
All right, my first is Steph Curry. That's just mine.
Yeah.
He changed the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Magic
Yeah.
Johnson second. I got Magic second.
Okay.
Isaiah Thomas third.
I wanted Isaiah.
Yeah,
I like Isaiah.
Third. J Kidd fourth.
Uh-huh.
And John Stockton five.
Oh, we almost got the same thing.
Yeah, we almost got the same. I think just the opposite because I didn't put, but Iverson would have been in my five, but I kind of put him at shooting guard though. But like you said, though,
yeah.
Said he orchestrate the offense when he comes. Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah. Hey, look, yeah, like I said, boy, I remember this made me remember, like, man, we be at, especially we go like the AT or something, and we got a lot of time in our hands.
We all day arguing.
all
day arguing.
Especially when I go to the ammo point, go to the ammo point, we argue all day.
All day. We ain't get nothing done.
Nothing. Throwing, man.
Yeah. Hey, but I appreciate you for coming on, man. Huh?
Man, having me.
Oh no, appreciate you for coming on. Hey, I get to say this. This was the first interview that he did as a head coach.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got it.
Appreciate it.
You got it, man.
Hey, this been another interview. You say what?
You get me right for my interviews, man.
Oh, yeah. I'm getting you right for your interviews. Yeah. Hey, this been another interview of How You Figure That. And it's gonna be what it's gonna be, sports media. I appreciate her for coming on. He gonna do great things in the community and in the school. And we want to see him in the playoffs next year.
Oh, hey, you stressing it now? You put
yeah.
There now. Come on now.
Hey, we just gonna get right for the first year. Yeah.
Get better, man.
Yeah. I appreciate you, Herb.
All right, man. Appreciate you, man. I thank you, bro. Love you.
I love you, man.